Yeah, don't overdo it if it's your first time back at the gym for a long ass time.
I'm actually already, yeah, I'm gonna do Giga Dre style. I already got it all in the book laid out. I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna do some knees over toes and some unstoppable baller sumer stuff too. I'm gonna be in the
Yeah.
gym for like 2+ hours, probably a couple days a week,
Hmm.
making the most of it. Not to work
Yeah.
out 2+ hours. I'll get like a workout in,
Yeah.
30 to
Do some
45 minutes.
stretching
I'm just gonna go nuts with
afterwards.
with like different movements of mobility and strengthening certain muscles and just yeah, man. That's what my goal has always been, man. Is flexibility and mobility. That's what's
Hmm.
been always holding me back in fitness and big arms. That's another thing I want to get. But other than that, it's really about mobility and flexibility, and that's my goal. So I just got to train for it, man. I was
Yeah.
so curious why I wasn't getting flexible because I mean I stretched, but like I didn't train for it. Like stretching doesn't do a shit ton. There's certain stretches that work better than others, but there's warming up, which I used to think was stretching, and then there's actually doing functional movements that will improve your range of motion and improve the strength in certain areas that don't have focus. And those are the things that I'm finally going to take the time to actually do because I'm just learning them now from
Yeah.
Sumer.
Getting those muscles firing right is something I see Sumer working with people on all the time.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's definitely ideal. Like, if you are a guy that wants to increase your bench and you hit a plateau, that can be for many reasons. And one of them can definitely be the wrong muscles firing and not in the right way. A lot of people do cupping. Have you ever done those? The cupping where they put
I've heard of
cups
them.
on
I
your
have
back?
never done them, but I've
Yeah.
seen people who
I
got them.
could picture you doing it because it's one of
Hey,
those things.
no, I would try it. Of course,
Yeah.
you know me. I
Yeah, I'd
look a
try
little
it.
guinea pig.
But the scraping, have you heard of the scraping? Or
Oh,
those
I've done
scrape
that.
with muscle fibers? Yeah, how was that?
Dude,
Tell
dude,
me.
that's some intense stuff.
I
When I was
just,
visiting Sumer in Texas, dude,
oof.
he got me good, man. He was using something, getting in there with me, and dude, I felt so
Was he using
sore
like his
after, but
knuckle or something?
so beneficial. Dude's amazing.
And
Me, I'm
dude,
like
I'm not that
crunchy in there.
mobile. It's kind of like maybe brushing your teeth, but for your muscles. It's like brushing your muscles.
Brush those muscles.
Almost. You've done like massage before from a real massage therapist, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah. The ones you get
pretty
sore the
good.
next day from. I love
A
those.
little bit. I can pop my back quite a bit after a good massage.
Yeah. I used to go to the massage and then the chiro right after. I was like
Mm.
the old one too. I used to do 60 minutes once a week, and then I did a sauna before to get myself loosened up.
Wanted to do some sauna for my back, like the muscle I pulled, because
Hmm.
afterwards, I mean not directly after, but when your body's like, "Hey, we need to heal this," then applying some heat or doing some heat exposure can be pretty good to get it all cleaned up. One thing I wouldn't recommend though is doing full body stretches and then doing a compound movement like a squat. Did that one time like a dumbass. And what I did in my stretch routine is those back bridges where you're essentially making a U, like an upside down U with your body. And of course, that stretches out your core, your back. Go straight to freaking doing some barbell squats. And my core isn't rigid, like, is not supporting the weight as well. So I'm like, what the fuck? I realized this because I couldn't keep my core stable, and it must have been because my core was so stretched out from doing my stretching routine. So
What you need is you need
don't,
to do like some dead bugs in there or something, get that core activated, boy.
that's kind of why they don't recommend people stretch before they lift, especially if they're doing heavy compound movement like squat or deadlift or
I
something.
usually do warm-ups, but stretch-wise, I'll do plyometric stretching.
Plyometrics maybe, and like, is it dynamic stretching or something? I don't
That's the
know.
one, dynamic stretching. I was gonna say
Yeah.
polyamorous stretching.
That's a different kind of stretching.
So I do my I do my warm-ups and I do everything trying to be moving the whole time, try to
Hmm.
keep the whole body flowing, engage some muscles here and there, but nothing too functional. Other than I do the toes thing, the Sumer toes movement
Mm.
that you may have seen him do, where he has it's a certain knee toes combination thing that kind of opens up the whole body, and it really takes the ease off the knees. It feels like your knees are like being loosened up. It's really cool.
Mm.
So I'll do that before I like do runs. I used to run on the track. That was my go-to. Run on the track, pull-ups on the fence. There was like a little gap in the fence, and I would do pull-ups.
Kind of night and day for anyone that's done something for too long. You'll realize those, I think they're chin ups technically, And then you go to pull-ups and you're like, oh, this is a whole different beast. Kind of like people that get used to flat bench too much and then they go to incline and they're like, oh my gosh, this is just way too different. It's one of those things I did for the Kino body when I was doing his program. There wasn't enough of that. You kind of just get over it or pay the price with pigeonholing yourself into limiting your gains by doing a very vague type of workout. Highly recommend doing something to mix it up and challenge your muscles different. But I mean, I could talk about my program because it's the best because it
The
was
Giga
done
program.
with that in
Right,
mind.
right.